Today, we're going to be talking about Aiden and his cheating ways. I've actually got a couple of clips of Aiden cheating in Vondel, and these are very blatant, and we're not talking about aimbot here. We are going to be looking at these clips for wall hacks, something that I've suspected Aiden of doing for a very long time, from as early as Verdansk. If you do enjoy today's video, guys, smash that thumbs up. We're going to try and get this one to 700 likes. So, let's crack on with the video.
Saving lives. Saving lives. One coming out of gas. One coming out of gas.
Whoa, hold up a minute. What the hell was that? On both of those clips, it looked like Aiden was already centered on both of the enemies before they'd even ran out of the buildings. There was no information on the minimap, there was no information on the compass above, and he somehow was able to pre-aim and line his shot up perfectly on two enemies in two different occasions when he didn't know there was enemies there, or he shouldn't have known anyway. Let's break these clips down. Now, the interesting thing about both of these clips is the fact that they are near identical, but both in different situations. They are both at separate times. And honestly, I feel that the way he pre-aims is the most telling sign that wall hacks are in play in both of these clips. So let's go through it now and break it down. The pre-aim there, and he's sort of ADSing in and out, right, to allow him to probably get aim assist. But this guy, he had no knowledge of this guy being there, right? In slow motion, it becomes more apparent because in full speed, you're not going to notice anything there, because if you're watching a live stream and this type of thing happens, that's like a very minor detail in a large game, right? But watch as his crosshair now centers on this wall, right? He's already jumping to the left around the corner, ADSs, right? Look. His crosshair was already centered on that enemy perfectly. As the enemy appears, his crosshair is lined up with him still. So just pull it back a little bit more. Right? As he jumps and turns, this is what we want to pay attention to, is just the crosshair. So right there now, as he's jumping and turning, his crosshair stops. Perfect. And then he starts to sort of move left rather than turning and moving left. He's just strafing to the left, so to speak. And his crosshair here lines up perfectly with the enemy. Obviously, at this point, it comes away from the enemy. But for that to line up in that manner shows massive signs of wall hacks, wouldn't you say? And this is just clip one. So for me, right there, that is a big sign of wall hacks being in play. The way the crosshair lined up through not just this wall, but this one behind as well. And then as he's gone past that, the crosshair is perfectly placed on the enemy. Now, if you have wall hacks, you can see that enemy rotating around the edge of that building there through the walls. So you would be able to center your crosshair on the player skeleton or player box that is in use in that moment. And that appears to be what's happened there in that clip. And then obviously he kills the guy because the guy is in the storm. That's clip one. And now this is what's crazy, is that clip two is pretty much similar. No knowledge of this enemy being in here, by the way, whatsoever. And again. Right? So again, his crosshair centered on the enemy through the wall. And then he jumps left. So as the enemy comes out, his crosshair is on the enemy. Slow motion again will expose this. Why do you slow the clips down to 0.25? It's for moments like this. Also with aimbot, you can see unnatural adjustments and like snaps and locks and transfer from enemy 1 to enemy 2. But with wall hacks, it's for moments like this. So as he jumps around now, his crosshair again stops dead on the enemy. And you'll see now that it's on the enemy, look. So his crosshair stopped dead on the enemy through the wall. And as the enemy jumps out, his crosshair was still on him. Not at this point, obviously, again, same pattern applies. But at this point, his crosshair is on the enemy. Yeah? So the same thing that happened in the first one is happening here. He does a slow jump to the left after turning right. And this is causing his aim to stop on the enemy here. And this is what's really strange about it. Look. Could it be as well, right, that he's just locked onto that enemy through the wall? Think about that, the way the crosshair stops dead in that moment. Watch. He's turning and jumps to the left, and his crosshair just goes dink and stops dead. And then as he's jumping to the left, his crosshair moves over to the left, and you can just see the enemy appearing now with his crosshair on him. Yeah, that is a large sign of wall hacks. Like, if anybody else was to have killed Aiden in this manner, and that was what the kill cam showed, that enemy would be able to see the little yellow symbol above his head on the kill cam that says, you. And they would have been like, whoa, this guy's wall hacking. He's centered on me through the wall. On both of those occasions, that's exactly what Aiden would say if an enemy killed him in that manner. He would think that they were wall hacking, just like many of the other streamers have called out in the past. But don't think for a second this is the first time Aiden's had moments showing signs of wall hacks. He's been up to no good since Verdansk and Caldera.
Hey, no.
He saw one. Nice. Damage wipe. That's why he's seeing like that.
All that for that. Can you res me? Damn, that looked kind of sus, bro. I'm not gonna lie. God, I can't believe the rebirth shit's still on.
Oh my god, like, why are you looking up here?
It would just appear that Aiden's getting a little bit more blatant with it. That seems to happen when people think they've got away with something for so long, they'll never get caught. This is how the biggest drug lords in the world end up getting caught, because they've been getting away with it for so long, they start making mistakes, just like Aiden did in these two clips.
Saving lives. Saving lives.
One coming out of gas.
One coming out of gas.
So the fact is, Aiden's a dirty little cheater, and he always will be. If you did enjoy today's video, guys, smash that thumbs up. Let's try and get this one to 700 likes. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads. And if you want to contact me about any streamer, no matter how big or small, you can actually reach me on Twitter at BadBoyBeaming. And one last thing before we go. If you're anything like me and you're dealing with daily stress and a lot of anxiety, believe me when I say this, Supreme CBD products are unreal. These gummies have helped me massively with the anxiety and stress of my everyday workload, and they could probably help you too if you're dealing with those things. I've got other products here as well, including the oil. These drops work great just before you go into bed. For anybody who has like sleepless nights, these can help massively. And I've got plenty of other products to actually test out from them. I've not tried this yet, but it's the Deep Freeze Balm. I've also got the soft gel capsules, and the reason I chose these is because I've got a sweet tooth, and sometimes you can go through the gummies a little bit too fast. And guys, if you want to go and take a look yourself, make sure you use code BBB40 at checkout to save 40%. The link is in the description below.